John Orr and his father Jim are part of a family farming operation that started in 1818 when President James Monroe signed a land deed to their family in Wayne County, Ohio.
Welcome. My name is John Orr. My father and I are owners of Orrson Custom Farming. We're based out of Wayne County, Ohio, the heart of the dairy industry in Ohio. Wayne County, Ohio is also home to many industries that I'm sure a lot of people know. We're home to Smuckers, and we're home to Rubbermaid. Because of that, land prices have been driven sky high in our hometown, and we've had to travel to increase the size of our farming operation. That traveling has resulted in us starting a custom harvesting business where we harvest feed for dairy farmers throughout the United States.
Orrson Custom Farmers works for dairies with anywhere from 100 to 7,000 or 8,000 cows. Due to the size, scale, and specialization required to make feed, many farmers have begun to hire the process out. So each year, starting at the Georgia-Florida line and moving up into Michigan, they travel over 1,000 miles, going from one customer to another. With all the travel required to reach their customers, well-maintained roads and infrastructure are essential and, unfortunately, not always available.
Through our long-distance traveling that we do from one customer to another, we find many different road problems and obstructions. This year on our way south, we found Interstate 75 had a landslide and made all of the wide loads exit for about a 19-mile stretch off of the interstate. That 19 miles proved to be about 40 miles on secondary roads that are in northern Tennessee. You probably shouldn't have anything bigger than a pickup on. That proceeded to make my equipment take about 2 extra hours on our travel. We had lots of white knuckle situations where drivers were scared and nervous about making corners and meeting cars on very narrow roads. That became very dangerous, expensive, time-consuming, mainly dangerous, and by the time we got back on the road 2 hours later, all my drivers were very relieved to see a nice wide 4-lane highway.
And poorly maintained infrastructure causes problems not just for John Orr and his men, but for his customers too.
Another situation we ran into this year is a very underweight rated bridge near one of our dairies. If this bridge doesn't get replaced, it'll cut off 300 acres of ground that this farmer needs for feed for his dairy cattle. This leads us right into the idea that the highway bill needs to be fully funded and passed. The infrastructure we have not only on our highways and bridges, but rivers and locks is extremely critical to the agricultural production in this country, both for products coming in to help with fertilizer needs, but also products going out to feed the world. The American farmers are critical in production of feed and seed throughout the world, and we need our infrastructure maintained and improved. We're Orrson Custom Farming, and
we make America